Hi guys, Darth Deuce here, another action figure review. Today I got something a little different. I'm reviewing a DC Icons figure, and it is the DC Icons Black Adam figure. Um, yeah, I've never picked up a DC Icons figure before. I really wanted to get the Deathstroke figure, but the comic book store didn't have them, but they had Black Adam. I've never read any of the Shazam comics or anything, but just from movies and video games and stuff, for some reason I just really like Black Adams, and the figure looks pretty cool, so I figured what the hell, I'll pick it up, and it gives me a test run on the Icons line of figures. So I'll take a quick look at them in the packaging, then we'll get them out of the packaging and take a closer look at them. So here he is. You can see me there. This packaging is really reflective, but the packaging itself is actually pretty nice for displaying the figure in the packaging if you want to. It fully showcases the figure with all of his accessories and whatnot. Got DC Comics on the side, Icon, some random crap, Black Adam symbol. On the back, got the rest of the figures: Flash, of the Wave, Flash, Blue Beetle, and Luthor. They had all these figures at the comic store except for Blue Beetle that I could see. The Luthor looks pretty cool, but I'm probably not going to get any of these other figures. I heard the Blue Beetle's really good though. Yeah, there they are. And Icons, designed by Ivan Reyes, sculpted by Dave Cortez. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, there's not too much else to say about the packaging. I'm going to get them out of the packaging. We'll take a closer look at the Emperor King of Kahndaq out of the packaging. Black Adam out of the packaging, and this is actually a really cool figure. I'm pretty happy with it. There's a lot of good things going on with him. He's not perfect, of course. There are some things I don't like about him, but for the most part, it is a really solid figure. I really do like him a lot. So, getting a closer look at the sculpt and the paint apps, we'll take a closer look at the head sculpt. So the head sculpt's pretty cool. Definitely looks like Black Adam for the most part. He's got the hair going on. Just sculpted relatively nicely. Painted in black. Looks pretty good. The bone structure and whatnot of his face is pretty cool. He's got the pronounced cheekbones and whatnot, which is cool. I do find his face looks a little on the narrow side. I think he should maybe be a bit wider faced, but it's not really that big of a deal or anything. His eyes are painted in all like sort of pearlescent white, I guess to simulate his sort of being all powered up, I suppose. So that's cool. It looked a little odd to me at first, but it's grown on me. And then you got the eyebrows painted on there. The lips are painted in a bit of a darker color, which looks good. It looks really good. It's a good head sculpt. You got the musculature of his neck, which is really nicely done. And moving on to the rest of the figure, he's a very buff character, so it makes sense that the figure has really pronounced sculpted muscles, which they've done pretty well. As you can see, he does have a cape here which has gold trim, which looks really nice, and has a sculpted pushed back hood, and then you got the cape which is sculpted really nicely. Got the gold trim and the gold on the edge, which looks really, really cool. I really like that a lot. There's been designs of Adam with a cape and without a cape. I actually do really like the look of the cape though. It looks really nice. On the front here, you do have his little lightning bolt logo. You got some really cool printed details going on here with like this blue and white and black going on to look all lightning powered up and whatnot, which is really, really cool. And the gold trim looks nice. Another really cool thing is he has some matte black going on as well as some glossy black, and the mixture of the two is really cool. The sculpt of his costume also looks really nice. He's got some gold forearm gauntlets there, which is pretty cool. Or bracers, I guess you'd say. And you got the gold belt, which looks really nice. I don't know if I mentioned it, but the cape is a pretty pliable plastic. It moves really easy. So that's good. And you got the legs, which is not really much to say. They're black, but they got some nice muscle sculpted detail. And you got the boots, which are also really cool. This painted gold, a really nicely shiny gold, and the black there looks really nice. He's got two peg holes above his feet. The hinges were painted gold, but just moving them once scraped the paint off of the hinges. It's still not a big deal because the color of the hinge just in general is sort of a dark yellowish, so it doesn't make, not super noticeable anyways, but that does kind of suck. He does have some closed-fisted punching hands, which is cool. And yeah, not too much else to say. He just looks really good paint sculpt-wise. Pretty damn good, not gonna lie. This is definitely Black Adam. Let's put him, stand him up here. In terms of articulation, he's pretty good. There are some spots where it's meh, but he's pretty good. But one of the meh spots is actually in his head. He can look straight fine. He has not really, he has just a little bit of pivot, and he can look down, but he can't look up at all. And sure, you could have the ab crunch could help you a little bit, but you really just can't look up, which really sucks, especially considering he's a flying character. So if you want to get any actual like flying poses, you pretty much can't, because you can't look up, and that does suck. He should have been able to look up. There's no reason why he couldn't, because it's not like he has a crazy long hairstyle or anything, so that's a little weird. He also has ball hinges the shoulders, move all the way out, swivels at the bicep, double hinges the elbows, move more than 9 degrees, which is awesome. Hinges at the wrists, a ball joint at the torso, which doesn't really move up and down, but it rotates. A hinge or an ab crunch joint, which moves pretty good. Ball hinges the hips to move really well out, but only they kick forward a decent amount, but maybe not as much as some people would like. He has no bicep swivel, which I think he could have benefited from. Double hinges at the knees, which is cool. Swivels that cuts at the boots, which is nice, and hinges at the ankles with rockers. So that is also really awesome. You can get this guy in some pretty cool poses, which is definitely a plus, because this is a figure you're definitely going to want to pose in some cool poses. In terms of accessories, he comes with some pairs of interchangeable hands. So he does come packed with the closed fist hands. He also comes with a set of these open grasp, open hands, or open like reaching hands or whatever. So that's pretty cool. And the coolest hands is he actually comes with a pair of lightning effect hands, which is awesome. Definitely these are the coolest hands he comes with, so you can get him posed summoning the lightning, which is awesome, or shooting the lightning out or whatever, which is really, really cool. Because this is a 6-inch figure, I don't think it's going to work because I think the pegs are too small, but I really want to see if these hands actually fit on the Emperor Palpatine Black Series figures. I think these would fit really well with that character figure if they fit in the ports. I'm going to try it. But it's really awesome you get those. They look really good on the figure. And it's really cool you get those. I can't really think of much other he could have come with, because, I mean, he just uses his powers and his fists to fight. He doesn't use any weapons as far as I know. Again, my knowledge on Black Adam is pretty limited. What would have been cool is maybe, I don't know, it's not really, it's just something they could have done. Maybe given another cape, so you can remove this cape and then have another cape that had the hood up. I think that would have been cool, though I don't know if Black Adam usually doesn't have the hood on anyways, I don't think, so that's just more of like a suggestion, something they could have done, but I'm not really going to complain about it. But yeah, overall, this is actually a really cool figure. For being my first Icons figure, it's definitely left a good impression. I mean, I still don't plan to get too many of them, but I definitely want to get the Deathstroke. I'd really like to hunt down the Batman Icon figure if I could. Because, yeah, these are pretty cool. They are in the 6-inch scale, so I'm going to do a couple comparisons here. So here he is just with another 6-inch. This is a Marvel Legends, which is the Deadpool figure. I'd say Deadpool is probably about your average height 6-inch figure. They're about the same height. I'd say Black Adam is maybe just a smidge shorter. So I think Black Adam's a little too small. He should be bigger. I think he should be about here. I think he should be a little taller than Deadpool. And I think he just should be in general a little bigger. And then lastly, here's with a 7-inch DC Collectibles figure, which is the CW Zoom. And of course, they're out of scale. He doesn't work in the 7-inch scale at all. You can't make it work. Zoom's way bigger than him. It just doesn't make any sense. But yeah, moving them out of the way. Overall, this is a really cool figure. If you're collecting the DC Icons line, and definitely if you're a Shazam Black Adam fan, I highly recommend picking this figure up. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I'll see you all in the next video.